a well-known Tesla skeptic, and
but it keeps defying expectations. You have to give it that.
Somehow it's levitating, and I think it's Elon Musk is the greatest salesman in the world. He paints this vision of an unlimited future, aided and abetted by some analysts who say, I mean, it's like Elon Musk has been beamed down from another planet. I think they're doomed. Unless somehow the laws of you have to have more money coming in than going out. I think Elon is tired. He's worn out. He's obviously got some emotional problems. He's self-medicating. He has shown some disturbing signs of being somewhat volatile and unstable. Well, I can't imagine that any sound investor who has his money in the company or any independent board member would want him to remain as CEO.
The former vice chairman for General Motors, Bob Lutz, has had plenty to say about Tesla and Elon Musk over the years, and a majority of it has been quite negative. He has assumed Tesla was on the brink of failure for some time, though he has also complimented the company periodically. It seemed that Mr. Lutz has been out to destroy Musk's electric car company, Tesla, since the very beginning. Therefore, it was with a lot of underlying heat the two sat down for a debate with Charlie Rose in 2011.
It's going to be a gradual transition. Meanwhile, we'll still need a lot of oil. We'll need oil for jetliners and so forth. But, you know, the Germans fought World War II with the liquefaction of coal and making gasoline out of coal. There's something, and we've got the world's largest coal deposits. The technology to make gasoline out of it exists, and nobody's talking about it. I don't understand it.
All right. Do you accept his idea that he doesn't believe that global warming is produced by man activities, human beings' activities?
Well,
you don't believe that, do you?
So
he's going to get himself in trouble like I did.
No. So the way I look at the CO2 thing is that we're running an experiment, which is to see what the CO2 capacity of the oceans and atmosphere is before Earth gets cooked. I don't think that's a wise experiment. That experiment, let's say that experiment is 99% likely to show that CO2 is no problem, but 1% likely to show that it's going to cook the planet. I don't think we want to take that 1% chance. It's just not smart.
You think 1% is the right number?
I think it's more than 1%.
You think it's what?
Well, it depends on when and how many trillions of CO2 get pumped into the atmosphere. Yeah. There's no question that at a certain level, it will destroy the Earth, or destroy large portions of the Earth. The question is just what is that level, and how soon do we stop pumping vast quantities of CO2 into the atmosphere? Given that oil and even coal are a finite resource, it doesn't seem to make sense that we would run that experiment when we have to get off them anyway, because they're simply finite.
What was your motivation to do all this?
So my motivation, actually, for all my companies has been that to be involved in something that I thought would have a significant effect on the world. And when I was in college, there were three areas that I thought would most affect the world. One was the internet, the other was sustainable energy, both production and consumption, and the third was space exploration, particularly making life multiplanetary. So as things have turned out, I've been able to be involved in all three.
What are you doing in terms of the planetary exploration?
SpaceX.
A private rocket company.
Yeah, so NASA selected my company,
right.
SpaceX.
I want you to tell them about it.
Oh, okay, sure. I run two companies, Tesla and SpaceX.
Right.
SpaceX is short for Space Exploration Technologies, right. And we build giant rockets and spacecraft, and NASA selected us to take over the cargo transport function of the space shuttle. We'll be doing our first mission to the space station hopefully in January, so that'll be a big milestone. We've done several rocket launches already, and we build the whole rocket from scratch in California, actually. From raw metal comes in, we build the engines, the structure, avionics, guidance, control, and then we launch from Cape Canaveral, and we will be launching.
This makes him your kind of guy, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He's a hardware guy.
I should may I say that I really like Bob Lutz.
Yeah.
By the way,
did you read his book here, though? Car Guys versus Bean Counters?
I've not received a copy of his book.
Well, you heard him talking about it, and you told me you agreed with most of the things he said.
Yes, I actually agree with most of the things that Bob says, and I have a lot of respect for Bob. I just want that to be clear, because sometimes people may sort of make it out that somehow I don't like Bob, but I have a tremendous amount of respect for Bob and think he's awesome.
You want to come here and peer with him.
Yeah.
Right.
If Tesla bought GM, how would that company look different?
Wow, I think you mean what changes would we institute? If would I institute?
How would GM look differently?
You know, it's always tough. You know, for a company that's been around for a century, like as in the case of GM, there's just so much tradition and kind of entrenched ways of thinking and operating. I think it's very difficult to sort of change GM. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of this. I think we'd probably try to shift the focus to saying how do we make the best possible product.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you really want to promote people with a strong engineering background and product design background to the senior ranks in the company.
Okay.
You know, the path to the CEO's office should not go through the CFO's office.
Right.
Not if you're a product company. Like maybe if you're a financial services company, but not if you're a product company.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. How are you doing?
Hey, Elon, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks. You enjoying the show?
Yeah, I just got here early this morning.
Where's your vehicle? Do you have it displayed?
Yeah, it's just that way.
Okay. So you're not in Electric Alley.
We're close.
Yeah, well, we're not in Electric Alley either with the Volt. Have you had a look at the BYD?
No, I
Come on.
haven't actually had a look at anything yet. I've just been in meetings all morning.
There's some really strange stuff here in Electric Alley.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Who is your competition?
We have no serious competition.
None.
Not presently.
Although there's competitors now ramping up, and
Yeah.
as you're familiar with BYD, which is also on the West Coast, I think they're ramping up production of their electric vehicles. Warren Buffett owns 10% stake in that. Why do you laugh? BYD is trying to compete. Why do you laugh?
Have you seen their car?